organization and recognizing the work we're doing. And you would have, I'm really inspired by your group here because it's so personal, and everybody's, it's a unified group of beautiful women that all have your own stories, I'm sure. So I thank you for recognizing ours. So yes, I did start the organization. It's been quite a journey. I had a whole career in healthcare before I decided to open this program, recognizing a need. Not having been a teen parent myself, and raising 4 children, that turned out perfectly fine. Having some education and the ability to do something that makes a difference, I decided to open this organization for families and impact 2 generations. Because poverty and trauma, abuse, are things that affect not only the families but all of society, all of us, and helping them has been a profound experience for me. To be able to see the change happen. How we do it, it's sort of a 3-step process. There's stabilization, and if you're looking at 3 steps, there's stabilization. Second step is a bridge to independence, which is in alignment very much with Soroptimist. Also, employment, education, life skills. We have a program is very wraparound services, and it's also a community where families can go when they're in high school or not done with high school, and they have other families also learning with them. We have in our office, which also I'd love to invite any of you who would like to come. We have a family room, we have free stores, we have a food pantry, we provide all the services, and case managers that really aren't case managers. I hire people who are human beings that love and care for the families that are coming in there. We don't judge. It doesn't serve any purpose. It doesn't help create change. But bigger than all of the services that we provide is the fact that in order to really impact change, you have to teach people how to think differently, how to heal, and how to grow, and to raise their children. So it's a very wraparound, all-encompassing, transformational experience that some of our families have gone through. And we've had quite a bit of success. Not all the time, it's a crooked line, those 3 steps, right? But if you were looking at stabilization, bridge to independence, and then the end goal being self-sufficiency, capable parenting, and a person with self-esteem that believes in themselves, right? So where do you begin teaching people how to believe in themselves? It starts with teaching them how to do something, and then they know they can do it, right? And empowering them with their own abilities and learning that they can. And that's all a very, it's multifaceted aspects that help people to really grow like that. It's also teaching them what are your goals, because it's not my life, it's your life. What can we do to help you? And teaching them, how to, it's a very transformational thing. We go far beyond handing out food, and we're partners in their success. But it's not our story. We always help them to understand that it's their story. And we have so many beautiful children, and we have so many parents that are in the program, and we love all of them. And as far as like education and things like that go, we have a pretty high. So I did some of our stats last year, as of the end of 2024, and we walking them through the process of maybe they can't go back to high school because they have, they have a baby and they don't have childcare, right? So we get childcare in place, but then we focus a little bit more on like GED, and there's online options and things, and then we have tutors that can help them in the office so that they get through. So we're getting through a lot of families through high school quicker, which what I have found is that like the national statistics for parents that had children as teens, college attendance is less than 3% by the time they're 31 years old. Maybe 50% if they are to finish high school, right? 50% will finish approximately, this is not don't quote me, but it's approximately 50% finish high school by the time they're 31, and less than 3%. So what I have found with us is we're about matching that national average, but none of our clients are 31 yet. right? They're teens in early 20s, right? So we're getting them through that process quicker. And what I found then, what happens is then we transition them to vocational or college programming, and we have 10% college attendance rate. So even though it's not what we would like it to be, it's 3 times the national average. Because so the impact is seen that we're starting them early, which is breaking generational cycles. Because now their children, you know, like that teaching that process has a significant impact, you know, long term on, you know, their children's futures also. So with that said, I think, you know, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.